Hey, welcome back. The Honda Urban Express 50/50 project, where we are trying desperately hard to make a 50cc bike, actually a 49cc bike, do 50 miles an hour. We are up to 45.3 miles per hour. Yesterday, I tried the BX31 belt. And with my 16-inch rear wheel, it made it a complete dog. Acceleration was minimal. I did, I think I would need like, a 2 mile strip of runway to get that thing up to speed. I think I did get up to 42, maybe 43, but it was just too steep a gear. The belt created too steep a gear in combination with the 16-inch rear wheel to, you know, the engine could not turn the gear. So, moving right along, I've got the Variator here, and what I was going to do was basically do a little metal work and fabrication and grind 3 of these ramp plates down so that the Variator weights basically roll out further. Now, I'm only going to be able to grind down a couple millimeters, but, in the world of two strokes, a couple millimeters can be a lot. But, if we can just get a mile per hour, 1.5 mile per hour more, and we'll be that much closer, we'll be at almost 47. And we're just trying to basically eke out every little bit that we can get. I started to clean out. I've cleaned out a lot of the grease, and just wanted to get this out before I start grinding on it. And the next item up for bids will be to determine what Dremel bit I should use. This is just aluminum, so I've done this before. Unfortunately, I sold that Variator with the bike, so I got to do it again. More metal work and fabrication. It never ends. And I got some files, a set of files too. So hopefully I can avoid too much hand sanding. So let me get the Dremel out, figure out a bit to start with, and I'll do one of these and you can see what it's all about. Now, I don't have to do all 6. I can just do 3 and put the heavy weights and the ones that I didn't do and the lighter weights and the ones I did do. And so basically, it's kind of like a 2-stage Variator. I think that's the way I've seen done before. So the heavy, they all roll out, and then you get a little more, and the lightweights come out on the sanded down ramps a little further. And this not only works in the Urban Express, but also the Express SR and the Honda Hobbit. Although the Hobbit has a little different Variator, I do believe, having never owned one. So, without further ado, let's do. I know some of you want to see the real thing in action, so let's get rid of Mr. Dremel. You are of no use. All right, that's what I'm going with for now. You can see I did this one, and this one. So you can compare, this is always a little out of focus. You can compare that to that one. So we can always take off more later. It's kind of rough doing it by hand. And I'll put it together and we'll see how she runs. Welcome back. Update to the Honda Express 5050 project. You just saw a short video of me changing the angle of the Variator ramps. And I wrote it after that. For some reason, my footage was out of focus and blurry, so I'm not using it here because it's not worth watching. But anyways, uh, changing the angle of the Variator ramps got me 1.5 miles per hour. So now, matter of fact, I think it got me more, but my GPS, there's like a bad cell on my favorite route there, and sometimes the GPS at the certain spot will just either stop, it'll freeze me at whatever speed I'm at, or it'll start to wander, either up or down. So on this particular occasion, it stopped at 46.8, so I got 1.5 miles per hour out of the Variator ramp change. Actually, I think I got above 47, but we'll just have to go with what I recorded, and it was 46.8. So that's the update there. And since then, I've made many changes. I've gone to a different cylinder with more spacing, so the ports are more open. Almost all four ports are completely open. It's just the intake port that's just partially blocked at the piston at bottom dead center. And the more open the ports, the better flow, the more power, is the theory. Obviously, you can go too far. Hopefully, we haven't done that yet. I've gone to the VM20 carburetor with an adjustable main jet, so I don't have to screw around with the process of taking the carb off, taking the float ball off, and changing the main jet so much. I can just adjust it on the fly by turning a dial, basically. And those are the main changes. I'm still using the MLM pipe, and but since I've changed the cylinder and I honed this cylinder, I'm taking the precaution of heat cycling the bike. And heat cycling involves taking a cold bike, starting it up, idling it until it reaches operating temperature, and then shutting it down and letting it cool back down again. And I think I should do this at least once, maybe twice. So after you do it once, you let it cool all the way back down to whatever outside temperature is. It's like 50 degrees here, so 50 degrees. Start it back up and let it go to operating temperature, which is somewhere around 300 degrees Fahrenheit.